the underpinnings of our democracies must not be forgotten, then why don't we vote on these things? Why don't we put that entire list you just saw there before the voters? You know why? Because they don't give a damn about what you think or about democracies. The first prediction there, you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. Ask yourself, why would our leaders want us to own nothing? The answer, pretty clear, because we won't have control over anything. Not our property, not our possessions, because they won't be ours. We won't have any. It'll all be controlled by the government. Take your car, for example. That's number one. You won't have one of those. Second, the United States won't be the world's sole superpower anymore. Why would our leaders want that? Why would we allow our leaders in Washington to sell us out that way? And why aren't people screaming about this on every street corner? And remember, this stuff is being endorsed by our politicians here in the United States. They also say you'll eat less meat because livestock is just too damaging to our atmosphere. And we'll need to do a better job at integrating refugees. So that's why you have open borders. And they also brag that they'll create a global carbon tax, making it much too costly to use fossil fuels. And we're seeing a lot of this take effect already, with the EU looking at instituting price caps on energy because it's so ridiculously high. They're also looking at measures to cut power demand, all before winter kicks in and people need to heat their homes. Make no mistake, in case you didn't wonder, cold weather kills multiples of the people that die from hot weather. Cold weather kills. And it isn't long now until winter comes around, and they're not going to have the heat. People are going to die because of the EU's failure on energy policy. Now, some of that is due to Russia slashing energy exports to Europe because Europe, well, they anteed up to be green and limited their own energy sectors. Now, they're reaping what they've sown, which is death and destruction and freezing to death. And energy prices on that continent have already shattered records. This is before winter. Remember, it's likely to go far higher when demand kicks in. And what do you think that'll do to business in those countries? Not to mention families not being able to afford to heat their homes. And why is this all happening? Well, here's an explainer for you. Take a look.